So soft and fluffy and delicious and the perfect sandwich bread. I already measured out my milk and warmed it up. You want this just warm, not super hot. Same thing with melted butter. 240 grams of warm water. And some honey, 44 grams or 2 tablespoons of honey. 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of active dry yeast. We give this a little whisk together. Set it to the side for 5 minutes to let the yeast bloom. While the yeast blooms, we're gonna measure out our flour and salt. 480 grams of all-purpose flour or bread flour. 2 teaspoons of kosher salt or 7 grams. If you only have table salt, I would only use 1 teaspoon. Table salt can be twice as salty as kosher salt. See, the yeast is super nice and foamy. As all my flour is mixed in, I'll leave the mixer running on speed 2 for about 5 minutes. You want it to be like a smooth ball of dough in there. If you don't have a stand mixer, this is where you're gonna knead the dough into a smooth ball. This might take you like 10 to 15 minutes to do the kneading, so you're in for a workout, but it's not a big deal if it's not absolutely perfect. I've been mixing for 5 minutes. Because of the milk and honey and butter, this dough can be a little bit sticky, which can be a problem when you're mixing it by hand. So feel free to add a little bit more flour as you're mixing by hand, but not too much because you don't want it to dry out the dough too much. It looks like we're gonna cover the bowl and let this double in size. If your kitchen's warm like mine is in the summer, it's only gonna take about an hour for this to happen. On a colder kitchen, it can take 2 hours or more. My dough is definitely doubled in size, maybe more. You lightly flour the countertop. And then I fold this. I slowly roll it up, kind of like pulling it apart as I roll. Spray my loaf pan with a little bit of oil so nothing sticks. Cover it and let it rise again. I've puffed up over the edge of the loaf pan and put it in the oven. Fresh out of the oven, rubbing a little bit of butter all over the top. Bread has completely cooled. Cut into it so you can see just how soft and fluffy it is inside. It's just so soft and fluffy and delicious and the perfect sandwich bread.